I have friends in New York and New Jersey that they're walking around hospitals without masks, and I'm like, nursing homes.
Really?
They're taking care of the elderly, and it's like they're walking around and they don't have enough masks, they don't have enough shields. So that's where I'm like, no, you know what? My heart comes out. I'm like, no, everyone needs to be. We need to help out here, and I got to tell you, everyone was on board with it as far as helping out, because there's no need to not have it.
Hey, Donnie, how you doing?
All right, David, how are you?
Very well. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for inviting me to do this. I really truly do appreciate it.
Yeah, so you're doing some amazing things right now, and with the making of these face shields for the people that are kind of on the front line with this Corona thing. And what does your company do? Like, what did your company used to do? Like, what is the company? What is your company?
What we do is we manufacture interiors and exteriors in the boating industry, and we also do like upholstery and also the similar things for restaurants, bars, hotels, any contracts that have furniture, or like enclosures on the outsides of, like I said, on the outsides of bars or restaurants, that they try to capture the outside seating so it protects them from weather and such. But our main focus is on the marine industry.
Okay. And then how did the coronavirus situation impact your business as it's been kind of like progressing?
Well, amazingly enough, it affected us through not so much of our customers or our clients as wanting more business to be done for them. It was actually in-house. More and more news. It just scared our employees. So one by one, our employees were starting to stay home, but the busyness of the company is actually growing into this season, into the spring, and so until everything just started to drop off, where our suppliers were closing, or our OEM accounts, the manufacturers of the boats that we deal with, they're actually closing. So that end was where everything started to slow up and started to affect us. So we decided to close for 10 days for a deep cleaning through our location up here in New Jersey. And while we were doing that, another company who had closed down contacted me that he wanted to join forces to where we would do all the cutting of all the parts, and we would give him all the parts to put together. So and it kind of naturally, slowly but surely, and here we are, that we're I'm right now, I'm full time with cutting all these face shields, and we just added, and we're not really broadcasting it too much, face masks, because the face mask shortage and the face shield shortage, but the face shield shortage is what we're doing, like 6 days aside from yesterday, but I probably would have been in yesterday cutting them. So
So where did the idea come from?
it came from another company. Am I allowed to say that company, or?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, the other company's name is USA Tractor Cabs. We do business with them. He sells tractor cabs, and then we manufacture them for them. But he called me up and he says, Donnie, listen, have you seen anything that's going on with the shortage of all the supplies for the medical field and such? So I started looking into it, and we decided, listen, we'll do all the cutting for you on our machines, and then if you can join, and then you have your people put them together. So right now, that's the way it came about, and then that's when we did the short newscast when it aired. That was the two companies that are involved. So the idea, it's just, let's face it, you just look at the news, you look at anything online, there's shortages everywhere, and you could see that just again, like I said, the news, you could see that there's shortages on any supplies for the medical field or for nursing homes, and And that's where we decided, listen, let's just jump in. Let's charge where we can to get the money back. And then as we do it, if we can donate to the places that can't afford it. So that's what we're doing.
So did you guys contact the news, or how did they find out? Did you guys tell someone?
The company that we were working, the company, the USA Tractor Cabs contacted the news, and then we contacted us, and then he contacted the news, and then they came to our facility. That's how that happened.
Okay. So who are they going to right now? Who's getting the face shields?
Right now, what we're doing is we're giving them out to anyone who, if we get calls ever since that news feed that we've been getting calls for donations. Some companies, what they'll do is, like, we have a trucking company that is purchasing both face masks and face shields, and a portion, whatever they purchase, we're donating to like a nursing home, or we're donating to families that need them, or not restaurants, but like supermarkets that need anything there. So that's where they're going. And they're also going to anywhere in the hospital field.
Yeah. So the response has been really good around this?
Oh, it's been tremendous. Just this past Friday, I think our order for one company started at probably like 200, and it went up to 800, and it's kind of overwhelming when you're doing it, but it's like, no, this is what we're doing, and this is what we want to do. So, and I'm actually getting volunteers, some women in the area that I know just through doing business, is selling products to them. I'm asking them, listen, can you help out? I'll give you these shields. I'll give you these masks to sew. If you can sew them for us, put them together, and then we'll send them out. We'll ship them out UPS or deliver them however you must.
So how was it difficult to change over to do that? Like, how did you do that? What was the process?
Well, it's all the components that make up this face shield. We already have these products. It was a matter of coming up with a design that was simple enough and required the least amount of time to put together. And we know that these masks or these shields are not going to be kept. They're going to be used a few times and thrown out. So the difficulty in turning everything around is really wasn't that hard. It was just coming up with a design, and then contacting all of our suppliers, and which was a great thing from our suppliers, because they actually jumped in on it too, where if they couldn't ship anything out, they were delivering it. They're not, the cost of the goods aren't the same, because it's for the cause. And so to answer your question in a long roundabout way, it wasn't really that difficult. It was more difficult probably having our employees stay home, and then having all the work on like 5 of us. It's just doing it from start to finish and making sure they get delivered, and at the same time make sure work that we have in our normal time business, we all have to get that done too. So that's where the difficulty is. It's just balancing the two things to make sure everything gets covered and everyone gets what they need, and working just as busy as we were with a full staff, now with less than like a tenth of the staff.
How long do you think this is going to go for? Do you have any idea?
Well, you know what? I try not to listen to the news too often, maybe twice a day, just to get an update, or, because it's, from what I hear from social media and the internet, and it seems like we're coming up on our peak for our area, and it seems to be working.
Where are you?
I'm in New Jersey.
You're in New Jersey.
I'm from Freehold, New Jersey.
Okay.
But I'm just saying the state alone, it seems like it's coming south from, like, New York seems to be the hottest, and I don't see that it's going to be subsiding too soon. I think it's probably going to peak, and probably, I'm guessing, again, this is all just guessing, but just from the news, but I'm guessing probably within 3 weeks as far as the peaking. But I mean, that all depends on everyone as far as staying home, staying isolated, because I still go out on the streets and I see people together, and then I think I mean, you hear a lot of that with the news
Yeah.
as far as not everyone is isolating themselves and social distancing. I mean, I know that we are taking care of the best we can. As
Right.
far as we're not even close when we're working together. One's on one side of the table, one's on the other. We're constantly cleaning. But I think as far as the how long this will last, well, you know what? Tell you the truth, I hope it doesn't last that long.
Right.
Um, but but I would say it'll probably be peaking within 3 weeks, and then maybe a month. That's again just paying attention to the news, social media, and everyone else is talking about it. So that's my feelings.
Yeah. How many masks do you think you're going to end up making, or shields rather?
Shields. Um, we I'm probably guessing 5 to maybe 8,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because it started off really slow. I think it got more serious as time goes on. And like I said, these things are disposable. So in the medical field, they just need to keep turning them over. So I think until the manufacturing companies of these actual masks, on the normal day when you can purchase them, until they start pushing them out, we're going to keep pushing them out too. So I'm guessing, like I said, between 5 to 8,000.
5 to 8,000. What, like, how did you know? I mean, I understand this company contacted you, but what made you think, like, personally, that this was a good idea?
What?
Because obviously it's not, I mean, I don't know how easy it is, but your staff's not there. You had to change a lot of things. Like, what made you think that you wanted to do this?
Well, probably the most important thing, or the biggest thing to me, was just helping out. Just helping out. This is something that we do that we can provide very easily, and I kind of felt like, yeah, this is something that I need to be involved in, as far as just helping out. Just people need this. There's people on that, we'll call it the front line, that are. I have friends in New York and New Jersey that they're walking around hospitals without masks, and I'm like, nursing homes.
Really?
They're taking care of the elderly, and it's like they're walking around and they don't have enough masks, they don't have enough shields. So that's where I'm like, no, you know what? My heart comes out. I'm like, no, everyone needs to be. We need to help out here, and I got to tell you, everyone was on board with it as far as helping out, because there's no need to not have it, and especially people that are It's always the front line, and to see that there's a shortage I'm calling it the front line, but I'm guessing you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think that's it's unnecessary. So it's where I felt that most of our attention at this point is needed.
How long
So
does it take to turn an order around?
If it's a full day, I could probably get out 1,000 a day.
Really?
Yeah, and as long now here's the catch to all that. As long as we have all the materials, which we have materials coming in every day, and we have a staff. There's a staff that is just helping them put together. Because the longest time is probably taking the components, putting them together. That is, I mean, you're talking about less than probably 30 seconds a piece to put everything together, and then packaging it and make sure. Well, we could probably push out 1,000 a day. And if because I have 2 machines, and if they're both cutting, yeah, we definitely. So it's there's a lot in there. If we have all the parts, we can be pushing out 1,000 a day, easy.
Has there been any trouble getting parts or materials?
There was some with the clear vinyl that we're using. which I noticed a lot of people in our industry, and just in like, whether it's upholstery, like auto upholstery, or anybody who can sew, or anyone has a cutter, like an automated cutter, those supplies were like clearing the shelves on our, like the suppliers were, the goods were disappearing off the shelves. So we happen to put in an order, and we have a couple of vendors that can supply us with, and it's just working out okay right now for us. So we're going to push it out until, until we run out, and then hopefully someone else is gonna, the shelves will be restocked and we get more goods. So that's
do you see a problem coming, like, futuristically with getting the materials?
in the near future,
Yeah.
or long term. In the
No,
near
near
future.
future.
This thing kind of, which again, everybody knows, it affected from the end user all the way up to the manufacturer, because it's affected through trucking, it's affected through manufacturing, because the employees, they can't get the raw goods to make it. So I think it's there's some companies that are going to be more affected than others as far as our vendors. But right now, I don't see that there's an end to the supply. I'll just switch a vendor, because, like I said, we have multiple vendors for these
Gotcha.
components. So wherever it is, I'll get it. We'll work it. We'll have them join on with the cause, with the purpose for this stuff. And I've already have 3 vendors for the clear vinyl end of it. I think we've already exhausted one, but we have 2 more, and those orders are already in place. So, I know I'm really not answering your question directly, but there's just like I said, this whole thing has affected everyone from start to finish. So to get out to 8,000 to 10,000 pieces, no, I don't think we're going to run out in that time. But if it keeps going beyond that, like, for instance, we were making face masks, and we have materials, we have all the materials in house, and we ordered more. The shortage was the elastic that goes around, that holds it on.
Okay.
We have to redesign it just so it can hold on itself, whether it loops around your ears. It's like this, the simplest things that we take, it sits and collects dust normally on the shelf. Now that's the part that I have to get like 1,000 yards of it just to make the elastic around the faces. So, and I have multiple vendors that are in doing their homework to get us more. So, but I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It's like as far as the foam, the Velcro, or the hook and loop that holds the straps together, the glass, right now we're good with it, unless we get that that order, which is like, I mean, because we've been seeing orders for like 24 million pieces, which is like, yeah, we'll take a portion of it, but 24 million pieces. This is it's higher up in the healthcare industry that we're looking to shop for multiple hospitals and like through the United States. So, but they're looking for multiple suppliers. So they were just saying our output is looking at 24 million. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, that's huge. That is huge. And I figured how many people are working in a hospital and such.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, that's, and congratulations to you for stepping up and doing something that you have the ability to do it. I think that's absolutely fantastic. 24 million, that's like, whew.
Yeah, it's like really. But if you think about all the hospitals, any of the doctor's offices, nursing homes throughout the United States.
Yeah.
And then they're using them, and then maybe once, twice, and then throw them out. So I mean, it kind of makes. Yeah, that sounds real. Sounds real.
Well, that's pretty cool. I just wanted to have you on and talk about it. I hope that it helps you. We're gonna do this this call in I think it's like 3 weeks from now, where we're going to give people the opportunity to donate to you. So all the proceeds of that call are going to go to you to get those masks out and get those shields out, which is a really cool thing. So
that is amazing. That is amazing.
So
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Tell everybody the name of your company.
The name of my company is Gioia Sails. And we are based in New Jersey, Maryland, and Florida.
Okay. Very cool. Well, God bless you and all the work that you're doing. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you having me on today. That is, it's a privilege.
You're very welcome. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, everyone. I'm going to be hosting a live 3-day watch party, May 6th, 7th, and 8th, where I'll be teaching you how to master your own psychology, universal law, and to create a plan for success. The ticket price is $97, and all the proceeds will be going to Gioia Sails to manufacture face shields for hospitals that are in need. Each ticket sold will provide 15 face shields to the healthcare workers who are working so hard to keep us healthy. Go here to join me for the Art of Success watch party, and not only will you get an amazing training, but you'll be giving back to those on the front lines. See you there.